Cunningham.
I'm Joshua Salzman.
And I'm Farah Alvin.
Oh, you're such a dork! And I don't feel the way I should!
You're doing great. Everyone's doing great. Josh and I met in grad school at NYU, and we wrote our thesis together, which would eventually become I Love You Because, which is where we met Farah.
But you say you know me.
I was saying we know Farah earlier. Our first year of grad school, I don't know if you remember this, Mel Marvin, one of our composition teachers, invited a number of singers into a room and said to the composers, "It's really important." Do you remember this now?
No.
We're in the audience. You don't know that we're in the audience.
No.
We haven't met yet.
And we're not yet Salzman and Cunningham.
I mean, I didn't know I was supposed to impress you.
And I just remember hearing that voice and going, oh my goodness, like that's how professional singers sing. You ruined me, because I thought everybody sings like you. It was like that do you hear this voice? And then I found out that not everyone sings like that. And I was lying because Farah's ridiculous.
We had a great time. I think we all felt, you guys were very young. You were kind of wunderkinds by the time we started. I was at an audition the other day, and some girl came over to me and she went, "I'm so sorry to bother you, but I'm a big fan of yours, and I Love You Because got me through college." And I'm like, "Oh, that is so sweet." And I'm like, "Oh, you were in college?"
What is exciting to me about the life that show has taken on, when we first started it, it was an assignment to ourselves to write a show for colleges. And so we were writing it, and we were like, oh, maybe it'll get done at some college someday. And then we were lucky enough to get it done off Broadway. It's had a regional life, and it's had an international life, and all that kind of stuff. But the place where I'm happiest to see it is in colleges where we first intended it to be. And so to hear that college students are, like, it's getting them through college, that's amazing.
2 months ago.
Sometimes I'll be ready to audition for something or sitting in a hallway at a studio where there's lots of people going in and out, and I will hear the dulcet tones of a young singer singing one of the songs from I Love You Because. I think it's usually even though. It's usually the song that seems to land pretty well in auditions. And it's really high. And we should just discuss that my voice sits in a very specific place, and you don't have to sing it in that key.
Not be offended. Oh, we want to talk about when the person almost died?
Our set designer built this kind of a runway stage. It was like a kind of wavy line down the middle of the theater, and there was audience on both sides of us. It's the end of Act 1, and it's this very tense moment. He says, "I love you," and she basically says, "I can't say I love you." It's a very quiet, teeny, tiny little moment. At about the beginning of the song, we hear something going on. At some point, I found myself facing directly out to the audience and singing the song, and
not to Colin,
to
the person,
and looking at a man clutching his chest and moving down the aisle, like toward the stage, like he was dying. And I continued to sing because the show must go on, I guess. He didn't die.
This is a good ending.
So cut to the end. He's fine. He was fine. I continued to sing until I saw our producer, like, standing a few feet behind said man going, "Farah, Farah, Farah." And I was like, "Huh?" And he goes,
"I'm Marcy."
Goes,
"Who are you talking to?"
He goes, "Exactly." He goes, "Stop singing, stop singing." And I was like, "Okay." And I turned to Colin to see what to do, and he had left the stage.
Everyone always asks what comes first, the music or the lyrics, and our always answer is the idea. However, at some point you do have to write the lyrics or the music, and just in our collaboration it really usually is lyrics first. As a lyricist, one of the hardest things to do is not actually crafting the lyric, but to come up with a matrix on which to hang the lyric. To find ways to break that sort of natural human rhyming rhythm is helpful. And one of the ways is that you actually use someone else's lyric matrix, hopefully someone who's dead, and
brilliant.
and knew what they were doing.
And brilliant, exactly. So, Just Not Now, perhaps one of the reasons that it is as popular as it is that it is based on the matrix of a famous jazz standard.
So Ryan sends it to me. Sends me the lyric. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Sends me the lyric, and on a first read, I call him on him. I take a look at it and I go, "This is Gershwin. This is not for me. What did you do? How do I make it not sound like that song?" Okay, let's make it very rangy, because we start with these steps in this song. And let's make it start not on a pickup.
Do you want to hear the lyrics of Just Not Now to a tune of But Not For Me?
I'll redeem myself on these chords. Let's see.
I want true love someday, but just not now. A picket fence cliche, but just not now. How can I make you see, though yours feels right to me? Now's not the time to be quite where you are.
And that's think we can avoid getting sued.
Magic happening.
That's this.
I want to be with you, just not now.
And then actual score.
Man
we get
has a heart
that
attack.
Catherine.
And then a man has a heart attack, and then he goes, Catherine?
And that is a rip off a Gershwin song.
I need to say I love you anyway.